We're back at Billy Creek Village. Who would have guessed?
The Civil War farmhouse behind me is my home for tonight for this investigation. I'm gonna be alone.
I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. I think you're gonna find that you have some things happen that you weren't expecting in here.
If there's anyone here with me, I'm here all alone. If there is some sort of energy here, can you do something to give me a sign? Did someone say they wanted me to stop? Hello? Did I hear someone talking?
Hey, what's up, you guys? Dave and Ryan back at you again here.
And welcome to our paranormal quest.
We're back at Billy Creek Village. Who would have guessed?
Week 2. Last week you saw Dave investigate inside the schoolhouse, the Hudson schoolhouse down there, which I think I might be butchering that name because I already forget, but he investigated inside the schoolhouse alone and solo. And it's my turn to investigate alone and solo here inside what they call the Civil War farmhouse and what is said to be one of the most haunted structures of Billy Creek Village. So the reason you might be wondering, as we explained last week, why are you alone? Well, we've investigated together for over a decade, and for the past 5 years, we haven't really spent many investigations where we weren't together. So we do solos from time to time within our investigations, but we thought, what if we did all of these investigations completely alone? And that's exactly what we're gonna do. The Civil War farmhouse behind me is my home for tonight for this investigation. I'm gonna be alone while Dave investigates over on the other side of the village here. So I'm excited. There's a lot of stories behind this one. There's been ghost hunters and YouTubers that have come in here, paranormal investigators from all over making bold claims. I mean, there's even been people that have said that there might even be a dark energy at Billy Creek Village, that this house is the main hub for that dark energy. Do I think it's true? I don't know. That's what I'm gonna try and find out tonight. What waits for me inside this house? You wanna go find out?
Yeah, let's walk in and see what it looks like.
All right, ready to go inside?
I'm ready. Let's check it out.
Oh, yes. I remember this very well. Now that we walked in here, I wasn't sure at first, but I remember specifically we'd set up in here to start with. Well, that's kind of creepy.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty creepy right there. But we'd set up in here to start with, and we had inside what we believe is the parlor in here. Had some interesting activity with the REM pod inside this room sitting in the chair. So, and other than that, I mean, we had some millimeter activity upstairs. We had a couple EVP sessions that we performed on the second floor, but because we didn't get to focus and spend much time in here, we didn't really capture as much as we felt we could. So, I mean, I'm gonna be focusing on this house for a good while, being alone in here. And I mean, it is a pretty big farmhouse for back in that era. They're not sure when exactly it was built. It was, the only thing they know about it is it was built during the Civil War era. And it did not sit on this land just like the rest of Billy Creek Village. It sat elsewhere. But 1975, they moved it here, and it's been here ever since. Is there something to be said for when a building is moved to a new location, whether those people who lived and passed away, lived and died there, whether their spirit, their soul, their ghost travels with the house when the house is moved, or whether it stays where the house used to be? Nobody knows. Nobody even knows if there is such thing as a soul or a spirit. So we're here to find out if a lot of the buildings, and specifically for this investigation, if this house is haunted. Is this truly a haunted house?
I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I think you're going to find that you have some things happen that you weren't expecting in here.
I hope. All I know is that this house is very, very well restored, and this house is very creepy.
It is.
So let's go ahead. Let's let Dave go. And it's going to be my turn. Week 2 of our solo investigations. Week 2 of us being alone in these haunted buildings. Let's find out a little bit about the history of this house when I'm alone here in Billy Creek Village, Civil War farmhouse. I'm officially here, and I'm gonna go inside. I am all alone. It definitely is a very, very creepy night out tonight. I mean, the wind is not blowing, but just enough to make the leaves rustle a little bit, and fall is definitely here, the chill in the air. It is most definitely that spooky season. As you all know, we're in Australia right now, so we're filming this before Halloween, but you're getting it throughout the month of November, so it's definitely fall, and I'm very happy about it. Now, the history of this farmhouse is kind of interesting. It has a little history right up here talking about the history of it, and it says, Evan Stokes, the first son of William and Suzanne Stokes, was born in Madison County, Kentucky, August 9th, 1820. When he, Evan, so his name is Evan, was 16 years of age, his parents moved to Putnam County, Indiana. He married Sarah J. Burton on November 19th, 1846. And to them were born 5 girls, 5 boys in this house. 2 of the boys and all of the girls survived. Oh, wow. So 5 boys. So 3 of the 5 boys did not survive. So that is very sad. This house was a known preacher's stopping place for many years until his death on June 8, 1904. He was an official in the Methodist Episcopal Church. This house was built by Evan Stokes on a quarter section of land in Union Township, Park County, Indiana. It was located on an original grant signed by James Monroe, the 5th President of the United States. Wow. Though built during the Civil War era, the exact date isn't known. The house was moved to Billy Creek in 1975. So right there means there were confirmed deaths in the house, being that we know that 3 of the 5 boys did not survive past infancy or through childhood. So I already have a camera set up inside the house, and we're going to go inside and see what we can capture. We're going to start with this light on, but eventually I'm going to turn the light off and it's going to get very dark. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the house and try and get an idea of the layout, what things are like here inside the Civil War era farmhouse. And then from there, we're going to simply pick an area, investigate, move from there. But I want to kind of show everyone the whole house before we get started. So I'm going to be running on Spirit Talker just in case anything interesting comes through. Again, nothing that comes through here can be confirmed as a response from a spirit, but we've had stuff come through that was kind of interesting in the past. If there's anyone here with me, I'm here all alone. If there's anyone here, my name is Ryan, and I've set up a couple of toys for everyone. See, this one plays music. Feel free to come out and talk to me. Okay, it didn't say it. Oh, that was me, I think. Hear that music? If it said Marie. I didn't have the volume turned up, so it didn't play, but it did say Marie. If there's anyone here with me, I don't mean you any harm. I'm here simply to talk and find out if any of the family are still here.
Fish.
Fish. Is that what you're having for dinner? I could go for a nice, freshly caught tilapia, but that's not really possible in this part of the country. So this would have been probably a parlor of some kind. I mean, granted, it does have a nice fireplace. It has an entrance of its own, which probably would have been the front door here. And this would be where they probably entertain guests, I would imagine. Most of these houses had rooms for entertainment, and then the upstairs was strictly for the family. But this would have been the first floor master, first floor bedroom, which probably would have been where Evan and his wife stayed. Beautiful furniture.
A dog.
This is where the adults stayed. Now let's go upstairs so I can show you what the upstairs looked like. And then we'll come back down and we'll get quiet and figure out exactly.
Captain.
Captain, huh? Ahoy, matey. It's me. Hear that music? If any kids hear that music, you can walk in front of that and it'll do the same thing. And this upstairs probably would have been where the children would have. It most definitely would be where the children would live. You can see all the toys that everyone has left. That's a little creepy. Some of these toys and gowns, I mean, they're beautiful historical pieces, but in the dark when you're walking through, I don't know if it's the realism that adds to the creep factor, but it certainly goes from historical
Oneness.
to creepy. I don't know what that means. Oneness. Not entirely sure what that word even is. A sewing room back here. A+ to Billy Creek Village for setting this up this way, because it feels lived in. And I know that probably was the goal. It's not perfect like some museum-style homes are. This feels like someone still lives here. And then this goes.
Communication.
Out to the porch. Interesting. Wait. I hear someone talking. Hello? I didn't hear it from outside. When I was poking my head outside, I heard what sounded like a voice come from inside. I don't know if the downstairs camera would have caught that, or if even this camera would have caught it. But I swear I just heard someone talking. Hello? Did I hear someone talking? My name's Ryan.
I'm outside.
What? Hello?
Many lives were lost.
Many lives were lost where? That was a very creepy response, being that I was just looking outside. Instead, I heard the voice coming from inside. Could have been just coincidence. That's what I always got to keep telling myself. Because even though it seems like it might have relevancy, it doesn't mean that it does. But man, that was weird timing. Let me shut this door here.
Elijah.
Elijah? Were you one of the boys? One of the sons of Evan? Elijah, son of Evan?
Emergency.
There's an emergency? That's definitely creepy. Especially when you look at her from above. Her eyes are looking up at you.
Walking.
All right, I'll stand still. Let me hear you walk. Ooh, this floor is so creaky up here.
Insist.
All right, I'm going to stand still when I get downstairs, and then you can walk for me, okay? I'm going to sit down. It's me? All right.
This is sacred land.
Is it sacred land? I'm sure there were tribes that once inhabited this land here. But I'm standing still. Can I hear your footsteps? Or maybe you could make that music play. Could you do that for me? I'm all alone in here. I just came to visit you. I came to visit and say hello. I came to visit and wish you a good evening. What's your spirit of choice?
It's a good idea.
Do you have any good spirits to indulge in with your guest? Do you like whiskey?
Stephen.
Is that your name? I've got Stephen and Elijah. Set that down right there really fast, and then I'm going to sit right here and see what I can get. I'm listening for you.
Drink.
Yes, I would love a drink. What do you have?
Crime.
No, I mean, I don't think it's a crime unless are you living in the 1920s or 1930s? Is there a prohibition of liquor? I thought I heard something there, like a voice. Again, this house sits out in the middle of a field and there's nobody that lives around this house, so I shouldn't be hearing anyone talking. Dave is in the village. That's all the way on the other side. As you're watching this, Dave is investigating for the video.
Torment.
Dave's investigating for the video that you watched last week at the schoolhouse. Are you tormented? In this rocking chair back here, there's a light that you can make light up. It's a good way to tell me where you are or where you want me to sit. It might be weird that I'm just sitting in the middle of your floor, but that was for sure a man's voice.
Oblivion.
You can't really see out there. I don't know if this door opens. No, that door doesn't open. I need to go check outside. It's me. I hear a cow, but what I heard had like tonality to it. Like, not tonality. It had syllables, like multiple syllables. And it was louder than what that cow was. Okay, so I hear standing out here.
Watch out, witchcraft.
Watch out, witchcraft. So like, watch your step, but watch out, witchcraft. But I thought I heard, like, it sounded like a man talking, not like a cow, because that cow's way, way off. Like, I had to listen very intently to hear that cow that was way off. This sounded like it was right outside the house or somewhere in proximity of the house. Evan, is it okay that I'm in this house? Okay. I'm going to shut this door again. Okay. Door is shut. That's a dog. What the hell? That was movement in the kitchen.
Scream.
Scream? Are you gonna scream for me? I'd love to hear you scream. Which that just means I would find it fascinating because I can't see you, not because I'm a psychopath. Okay. I think this light is making and inhibiting a little bit of my vision and how I can see things here in the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely turn this light off. And we're going to go night vision, completely dark here inside the Civil War farmhouse for the next 40-ish minutes or so. We'll see what we can catch. And boom. You just step where I did. I just heard movement somewhere over here. It's completely dark now. Is there someone upstairs? Should I come back in? No, I haven't heard anyone turn that music on yet.
Over here.
Oh, over where? Over here? Give me a sign of where you are so I can come and talk to you. I thought I just heard like a whining sound, but I don't know if that was a floorboard or what that was. I wasn't moving, but that doesn't mean my weight wasn't causing squeaking. Okay. All right, I'm gonna sit down again. right here. All right, I'm sitting down again. Are one of the children here? Are there children here that were born in this house, that lived here? What was that?
You are empathetic.
I try to be. I just love meeting new people. People that live around me and other people who maybe lived in a different time than I do. Can I hear your footsteps? I thought I heard something upstairs.
My stomach.
Thank you for tagging that. That's what I say when my stomach growls too. Or maybe you had a problem with your stomach, I don't know. Maybe you had a disease like dysentery or cholera. Very common back in your time. This might come as a shock to you, but at the time that I'm living, we discovered what causes those and how to avoid them. Something. It sounded like it came from back in the bedroom. I don't know if it was faint, but it was definitely a knock on wood. That was my stomach. Oh, that was the floorboard underneath of me. That scared the shit out of me.
They do witchcraft.
Who does? That's the second time this thing has talked about witchcraft, and I don't know whether that's just random or whether it's something I need to be concerned about. If someone did witchcraft,
Possessed.
if someone did witchcraft that you're worried about, and that's just not something random, can you make that music play at the bottom of the stairs? Just walk in front of it. Okay, so just random then. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go upstairs. You can still play with the music. You can still do that.
Sarah.
Sarah. I need to know her name. I can't remember what the wife's name was. I'll be right back. One little pit stop before. My brain did not retain
Mortuary.
Those names. Okay, so I'm going to turn this light on just a little bit here. Yep, there it is. Interesting. I thought that sounded familiar. When Evan Stokes, the builder of this house, and the first son of William and Susanna Stokes, was born in Madison County, 1820. When he, Evan, was 16 years of age, his parents moved to Putnam County. He married Sarah J. Burton. Interesting. Evan and Sarah. Sarah, are you in this house? That, again, could be coincidence, but that is kind of creepy. Let me turn this light off. Whew. And just so you can see,
Little girl.
Little girl. The third one down is Sarah. You heard it say Sarah, of course, but what were their last names? I know she was Sarah Burton, but Stokes. Okay. Mrs. Stokes. Mrs. Stokes, did your name come through this box that I'm using? I'm going to continue to go upstairs now. This was the house of Evan and Sarah Stokes and their children. I'm going to put this box right there on that. And maybe you can use that to show me that you're here. I'll show you how it works.
Loading.
Do you see that? Maybe you can give that a try for me. Just so you guys know, we had to split up the equipment. So Dave has the digital voice recorder over at the schoolhouse. So I don't have a digital voice recorder on me to use right now to do EVPs. So we're going to have to go with the audio on the cameras and the audio on my person to maybe capture anything disembodied or electronic. Sarah, your name came through here. Is this Sarah? Is Sarah the woman who lived in the house with her husband, Evan?
'50s.
1950s. I don't know if this house was occupied because they moved it in the 1970s. I don't know if the house was occupied in its original place in the 1950s. Behind me are the stairs that lead down to that music box, so I'll still be able to hear it if you make the music play. I only have about 20 more minutes to speak to you. Can you please make that light up or make that turn on, make noise by touching that stick? Or maybe
Oh.
Old? You're not old. Or maybe you could please make that music play either in the carriage or down on the stairs. Did you hear that? Hello? Sarah, is that you?
You are cherished.
Thank you, that is very sweet of you. Let me get off this squeaky floorboard. You are also very cherished. You had a lovely family, a beautiful home. Now here's what I want to know. Sarah or anyone that might be here. There's been some people that have been here who said that there's some sort of dark energy here at Billy Creek Village and that this house is some sort of apex for the dark energy. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what people say. And I'm here to see if there truly is some sort of energy. You said witchcraft, granted through a less than reliable source. Can you do something? If there is some sort of energy here, can you do something to give me a sign?
Different.
Different? What's different? Maybe you could jump on the bed. My stomach.
They're shouting out.
Who's shouting? Let me hear you shout. What if I moved this? And I take it from the toys and I put it on the bed. See, just like that. If you're here, I'd love to hear the music play, to hear your footsteps, to hear your voice, to hear this alarm and chime. Makes this like the sound of a bell ringing.
Pressure.
I know, it's a lot of pressure. What if I went and got something that maybe you could put your voice on really fast? I'm going to stop on this, and I'm going to go and get a box that might allow you to put your voice on it. All right, so right here's a box. You can say hello, say your name, say good evening, whatever it is you want to tell me. You can give me the message here. Is Sarah here? What about Evan? Evan, are you here, sir, Mr. Stokes? Or maybe there are some children here who would want to talk to me. That was a voice I couldn't quite understand what it was. May have to replay that to hear for sure, but I'm not sure. Could you repeat yourself? Could you be louder? I thought I heard a voice. Did someone say they wanted me to stop? I've heard that some of your family isn't well, that some of the boys have fallen afflicted. What is it that they are afflicted with? And now we're going to take a trip back downstairs. Maybe run on the spirit box down there. And then we'll end right back in that area where the static cam is. All right, I'm going to come downstairs now. Maybe someone would want to talk to me down there. It's me. Hello. Anyone in this room? I mean, someone offered me a drink here earlier. Can you please deliver? Mr. and Mrs. Stokes, my name is Mr. Ryan D. Zackerl, and I would love to come out, or to come out, I would love for you to come out and say whether or not you're okay with me being in your house. That was the first voice I've heard. in a long time. I can't even really tell you what that said, but that definitely sounded like a man's voice. Let's listen to it again and amplify it a little bit and see if we can make out what it's saying. Did someone just speak through this box? I would love to hear whoever spoke again tell me one last message before I have to leave. I have another building that I need to go and spend time alone at here at Billy Creek. The hell? Okay. I'm going to give you about 15 to 20 more seconds, and I'm going to shut this box off. Please send me any message that you might have that will let me know that you can hear me. Go ahead and talk. Nothing. Interesting. Well, let me go ahead and get us out of night vision, and I will kind of review and go over what I think I had happen. All right, so we had an interesting, or at least, I don't know, Dave might have had an interesting investigation. You already saw that last week. I, in this moment, have no idea what Dave's capturing over at the school, but if you really enjoyed these solo videos, remember, just like Dave said last week, make sure you hit that like button and let us know in the comments below whether you enjoy us investigating some of these locations completely alone and doing alternating weeks. It's kind of fun. It's an interesting way to mix it up a little bit. But from what I heard, what I saw, didn't really see anything, but it's a couple of weird moments while I was here alone inside the Civil War farmhouse in Billy Creek. I was checking the doors and was looking out onto one of the doors and said, oh, this door leads outside, and came back in, and then it said, it's outside. And shortly after, that was shortly after I thought I heard some sort of voice come from inside the house when I was looking out the door outside. So I don't know, it's tough. It's tough to say whether or not where the voices came from. I do know that this house is way out in the middle of a field. There's not anything close or anyone close that would be talking besides the very distant cows that I pointed out. So it was interesting. And then, of course, having the spirit talker say the name Sarah, and that was the woman who lived in the house with her husband and her 7 children, which would have been 10 children, but the boys didn't survive. So yeah, that was kind of weird to have Sarah's name come through there. So, and the couple strange noises and knocks and stuff, but I have to pack this stuff up because I have another solo that I have, another investigation, another building that I need to investigate solo over on the other side of Billy Creek. I'm going to be going back to the St. Joseph Church, the church that freaked us out the last time we were at Billy Creek Village, and I'm going to be there all by myself. So make sure here you tune in next week for Dave's second investigation. Make sure you tune in the following week for that church investigation, the conclusion of our solos here in Billy Creek Village. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and leave us a comment down below. Every comment helps, every like helps. We appreciate your support on this quest to find paranormal activity in some of the world's most haunted locations. We'll see you on the next episode, the next location, on the next investigation of our paranormal quest. Bye.
Hey, if you enjoyed that episode, maybe click on one of these other videos and watch some more. If you want to subscribe to the channel, click on this button right down below. We want to thank all of our YouTube members and Patreon supporters for making all of this possible. And we'll see you next time.